The human is a facet of this trinity of the I am, the Merlin, and the human. So allow yourself for a while here to be the energy. Or you've been the experience up to now. The experience that sometimes, most of the time, wasn't even chosen by you consciously necessarily. It just happened as a result of a lot of dynamics. But now you become the energy, and then you determine the experience that you want. Play with it. Play with yourself as energy. And as Merlin said, your thoughts, they're energy now. Your beliefs, energy. Your feelings, energy. Everything, your aspirations, your desires now turn to energy. Feel into that for a moment. And then you go and experience by your choosing, balanced by the incredible clarity of Merlin and the dragon. Let's take a deep breath and bring that to a Merabh. Merabh being that shift of consciousness, but here today, a huge shift. Let's take a deep breath with some music. We've had to take a lot of steps to get here. Some baby steps, some giant steps. We've had a lot of points of separation. And now we arrive at this place. Yeah, I know you're going to try to figure it all out, and that's okay. But more than anything, just allow it. You're going to try to figure out what this means if I'm just energy. It's the human that transmutes to energy. You still got the Merlin, you still got the I am. It's the human that changes their role in the Trinity. Yes, you'll still have experience, but it takes a back seat now to you, a being of energy, and this all eventually leads us to this thing that Tobias brought forth, new energy. Energy and consciousness combined together. This is one of the steps on the way to get there. So dear human, feel yourself as energy now. Energy that has no force and no duality. Energy that doesn't hurt, it's not painful. Energy that doesn't overwhelm ever. There's been a general fear that you've had about energy, having too much because your experience with it sometimes was painful. But now comes the point where you can be the energy. And as the Merlin said, humans and you have always gone outside, look beyond, look somewhere else for energy, but now you are the energy. Feel the relationship right now between pure consciousness of the I am and you as the human, as the energy. Feel into that relationship and how it would be different than just you as the experiential part. Feel a shift that's taking place right now in your biology, in your mind, in your identity. Now just how I feel for a moment the intimacy now. Deeper intimacy with the Merlin and the dragon. What we've called before the master, but the Merlin with the wisdom, the dragon with the clarity. Feel yourself now as the energy component. How that affects the relationship with the wisdom, the clarity, and the consciousness. You had a lot of curiosity about energy. You wanted energy at times and ran from it at times. We've discussed energy and our physics over these years, and now comes a time where you are energy. Well, it's probably not what you thought it was going to be. We'll be talking a lot more about this in upcoming Kihak, Shouds, workshops. But right here was the perfect place to initiate it. Ahead of schedule, of course, well ahead of schedule. Let's take a deep breath into energy. You start realizing that you're no longer what you thought was your thoughts. What ran through your mind. Because they become just energy. You realize that you're no longer that identity that you thought you were. There'd be a slight feeling of loss from it, but also liberation. Because now you're just energy. The way you've been used to using for solving problems and coping with life and dealing with things now changes. The old way of thoughts simply goes away. It simply becomes part of energy. So for the last 45 days, we've been setting this up. You've been setting it up. We've been making the shifts. Been feeling like you're forgetting everything, losing touch with yourself. Some of you having some accidents or incidents, all part of this shift that's taking place right here, right now. You are above all, dear human. You are above all energy. And then with that, you choose your experience. Balanced with wisdom. Balanced with clarity. Going out of your mind you thought you were? Absolutely, indeed. Because your mind becomes energy. Your thoughts, your past, even your limitations, even your fears, they are no longer boxed in to the mental. They are brought to energy. An energy that does not have duality to it, does not have force, and has no agenda until you decide how you want to experience it. Let's take a deep breath now and allow the shift. thoughts now as energy. Even your emotions as energy. Even your tiredness, your body, the things you love most. Even your sensuality, feel them now as energy. Because before they were simply illusions. Simply illusions. Simply a dream. But a dream that wasn't who you really are. Let's take a deep breath into this day, into the energy, into the wisdom, into the clarity. Let's take a good deep breath. We needed all that laughter over the last few days. We needed all of it to come to this point. Otherwise, we would have been bogged down in dreariness, too much thought. Oh, we needed that laughter. Even if it was at my expense, that's all right. We needed that laughter to turn the corner. Make that shift in consciousness, all that laughter, it's all just energy. Now feel into a moment what that's going to be like, where you're not going to be attracting the energy. You're not attracting energy to bring your experience. You are the energy. You are the energy. Absolutely balanced with wisdom and clarity. Imagine what you can do now. Let's take a deep breath together. A really good deep breath together. All that laughter, all that laughter now, helping to make that transition. You are energy. Imagine that.